Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Sundays with me, Nats, Custom Cannon.
Evening.
Rest of the guys will probably come in later, so I don't think everybody's gotten used to the new time yet.
What? Something went funny with my sound.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can't grab this folder.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I've been playing around. Mr. Custom Cannon was kind enough to model and print out. Well, I printed them out, but because I don't have to aggravate them about, hey, can you print that for me and send it to me now? Since I got a printer now.
Yeah.
I have been
for me, would just get a printer. I'd send out a lot more stuff to people.
So I've been printing boots for the figure I'm working on here. I've printed about over a dozen of them, just different sizes, trying different things, get them just right. I think I got the right size nailed down. For now, they're fragile until I get them glued and epoxied in place. That's the booth. What's up, gentlemen? Hello, sir.
The new version is up in the Cannon drops.
Thank you. I dremeled the living daylights out of the boots to get them to fit inside.
Well, you should have just dropped me a line. I would have fixed them.
No, I to get them the size I want, they had to be dremeled, no matter what.
Oh, the boots. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the boot covers.
To get them to fit into the boot covers, the original boots, I had to dremel them down.
Yeah. But the shape and everything you're happy with, except for that one spot in the front. Well, there's a new version up with the curved part in the front. It's raised up.
And these get the making the booster inside piece a lot deeper worked out really good too.
Yeah, that's good.
Now I got Darth in the house. Party on, Darth.
What am I doing tonight? I'm gonna make something.
Yeah.
Same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Try to take over the world. Got one. I just haven't figured out what feet I'm going to use on this yet, but I got that taken care of. I don't want to use the Captain Britain feet because it's just a regular shoe.
Yeah.
With this really nice armored boot part, and then to have like a regular boot foot, be kind of weird. That looks good.
Let's see. Figure stand. How wide do you think a figure stand should be?
It really depends on what type of figure.
Like a Marvel Legend figure.
Let's see. Marvel Legends.
Let's say hypothetically, we're going to make a stand for like Iron Man, like a robot armor removing stand.
So. I would say a minimum of 4 inches.
That's about what I was thinking.
I just got Captain Britain here. Not Captain Adam. I just stood him down on my mat and I was lining them up on my measurement guide. And 4 inches looks pretty good.
I'm gonna make it 5. He's Iron Man. He got to be a little bit over the top.
There you go. And got one boot done. Oh, that's a lot of dremeling.
Yeah.
I think I'll do painting instead for now.
Well, how's your weekend been?
It's been all right.
You know, tasting my cooking explains some things.
Do what?
Tasting my own cooking explains some things.
Okay.
Because, man, it's good. I probably would struggle to keep such a trim figure if I didn't cook so well.
Being a good cook does make it hard to stay slim.
Never met a skinny cook that their food tastes any good.
There's all these food network shows, like when people like 98 pounds doing a cooking show. Yeah, I don't want to eat anything she's cooking.
I don't trust them. Don't trust them. Sorry.
That looks good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right now, it's especially fragile down here around the ankle because I had to make it smaller to get the fit over it. The actual inside part.
Yeah.
Once I put the epoxy in there, it'll solidify it back up.
Yeah.
The rest of it's fine. Once up here, you don't have to worry about anything breaking. It's just down here right now.
You know, I used to draw stuff out before I tried to make it. That typically made my workflow a lot easier. But I don't like myself that much, so I do it the hard way.
So I'm going to set this to the side right now. I want to do some dry brushing on your demon legs.
I do it the hard way because I don't like myself that much.
Just the way we did it, and we liked it.
I gotta go in and feel the pain.
So, cleared out these ankles last week and did the. Now I gotta go back and repaint them. The demon legs. Oh, and I found when I was looking for something else, I found my decals. So I can actually finally finish up my solar. Yeah, so I don't have to print no more labels.
Nice.
Looking for Holt Kamesh's vest that Don made him.
Don made him a vest?
For Pitt.
Oh, nice. What figure are you making it on?
One of the KO Hulks. I think he's Outback Hulk. Oh, we got SDA in the house. We got our first family of the night. And
family.
Hello, sir.
Don had mentioned doing he was just tossing ideas around. He mentioned that he had thought about putting the idea past you of doing like a secret Santa, like a custom secret Santa, where you just make something for somebody. Like we secretly pick names or whatever, and then just make something for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So that idea was thrown out there. I don't know if he had mentioned it to you or not.
I have not heard anything yet.
Well,
do I act surprised now when he mentions it?
Nah. I mean, it's live out there on the internet. That's it. I guess we'll find out whether he watches the stream or not. Whether he's mad at me.
Between us, or like for the viewers, or what?
No, just between us. Like the people who do customs on the show.
Okay.
And you can opt in if you want, type of thing. You don't want to put any pressure on people. You know how he is. They probably just missed the idea because he just likes things to be easy on people. He don't like to cause anybody any stress. Because that's the type of nice guy he is. And then here I'm bringing it up, so I guess that's something.
But, well, I am going to be getting a new dog.
Oh, what kind of dog?
It's a boxer and golden doodle mix.
My brother had a golden doodle.
It's the only black one for the litter.
My brother's golden doodle had some kind of weird genetic defect and lost all of its teeth.
Oh.
He took him out for a walk one day, and the dog was acting weird, like rubbing his face up against like the curb.
Mm-hmm.
And as it was rubbing its jaw up against the curb, he just saw all of his teeth just like come out.
That's horrible.
It's like, yeah, I know. It was like a horror show. He was describing it to me in vivid detail. I won't make you suffer the same.
Bad enough. Just
suffice it to say, it was horrible.
Poor little thing.
Yeah. But yeah, something about whatever had some kind of genetic disorder that caused it to lose all of its teeth. So
STAs want to know what you're making.
I don't know. Some kind of armor stand or something. I'm making something. It's round currently. I think I'm gonna make like a platform with mechanical arms coming out of it. Like you see Iron Man used to take off all his armor.
Alright. Got the... Well, my other original characters have been working on them. I've been printing out the sword hand that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Made it probably bigger than what you were modeling for, because I made it where it slips over the forearm instead of just being a part of the hand. And I found out too, auto supports, you need to go back and check those, because a lot of the blade pieces, they put like a support at the end, and that was it. And it's
yeah, you can't trust auto supports.
And so like every one of them, like the end of the blades got zigzagged. I had like reshape it and sand it. This one was the least issue. The other one's like this was the smallest one. I think the smallest one I printed, but it's still huge. I like it. It pops on pretty securely.
Did it snap or something? Did you have to glue it back together?
Well, this one fell off when it popped off. It really zigzagged. I mean, it was pretty bad.
No, because the supports were wonky.
It had one support at the bottom of the blade here. It had other places where it's fine, but like here, it was just that's it, and it wasn't enough.
No, I would not be.
And yeah. So I put it back together. I put some paint over it just to make sure I got the seam cleaned up. Needs a little bit extra sanding, but it looks good. This one's a little bit bigger. So you can actually dual wield. Chatty chop. I like it though. I'm not trying to print one smaller where it's like hands, like this piece would be like hand size, and just see what it looked like. But I like it. I still like it this size too, though. It looks good. My Bruton had an accident.
Uh-oh.
He face planted and he broke one of his tusks.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
So I and have no idea where it went to. So I made a push mold of the other side. So I'm waiting to dry, and I'll put it back in with epoxy.
or you could just always just reprint the head.
That requires repainting.
Repaint it, reprint it.
I can just splice on this epoxy horn and be fine. Once that dries, I can sand it smooth, trim it to where it needs to be, and that will be a lot easier than painting an all new head.
Yeah, probably.
So it's the beauty of blue stuff. I can make a push mold and reproduce the parts.
Mm-hmm.
The camera went blurry. There it goes. Sanded that right over top of the leg. I just painted it. The paint was dry though. Like, I don't. So, the lady that my sister knew actually had the dogs. I was looking online shelters and stuff, and I got an older cat too, so I got to put that in accounting when I was looking. I would love a shelter dog, but
you can't trust how they're going to be with cats.
Yeah, most of them will even say like not good with cats when you go look at them on the website.
Yeah, I had a husky that we thought was good with cats until we didn't.
Getting it as a puppy and raising it with the cat and be
well, we did, and she was good with cats until she wasn't. Guess she decided they were tasty.
Ooh.
Maybe the cat just stepped down the line and went too many times. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Because animals.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the little puppy I'm getting.
Yeah, she looks like a black spot. It's probably cute, but it's hard to tell.
There's the litter. That's the only black one out of the litter.
Yeah.
There's the mama.
Yeah, puppies are fun. They can be a nightmare at times, though.
Oh, yeah.
My girlfriend, who's definitely real and doesn't live in Canada, has a dog. And apparently a possum. She also has chickens. I know, it gets more and more far-fetched every time I tell you about her. But she also has chickens, but chickens attract possums. So apparently possums just have, like, a lot of fleas. And so she is struggling to get rid of all the fleas because her bagel.
True. A friend of mine, his house, his sister brought a dog in one time, had fleas. He got in the yard, the fleas got in the yard, the house. It infested the area.
Yeah, that's what she's struggling with. Apparently, it's pretty common if you have chickens and you get possums, that the possums will bring in fleas, and they will just take over like everything in like a matter of 24 hours. She said it went from like no fleas at all to like she would walk into her yard and she would be covered from the knee down in fleas.
Ugh. I didn't put pellets down this year, but I really should have.
Yeah,
But
so
she's had pellets.
she get in the yard treated, but I hate parasites of all kinds.
Dar City's had rabbit stew in Mexico City in 2006. I haven't had rabbit stew, but I've had squirrel gravy. Darcy asking, is it a Rottweiler? She is a mix between a boxer and a golden doodle. And somehow she came out as a black dog. And all her litter mates are all white and tan. So, as soon as I seen her, I was like, I want that one. She stood out. Gunnery Hubbard to AC, I remember you saying something about using Ashworth Tila boots for custom. Did you lose the boot articulation? I'm trying to use them for custom on Power Princess legs. I haven't ever used those right off. I'm not saying I didn't say that. I forget what I said last week, so can't remember what I was going to use them for if I said that. But I haven't used them yet. That's why I try to post my recipes down for people when I do stuff. I got used to when I post stuff because people ask me, "What'd you do? What'd you use for this and this?" I don't remember.
Way to go sometimes.
Has anyone done height mod on McFarlane DC action figures? I've seen a few people do that, especially cutting down the legs on on those super long legs. Alrighty. Get it. That goes there. Get these pushed in just where I can do dry brushing of a different color red. So I can dry brush them all at the same time. For name wise, I'm leaning towards Shadow.
I like that name.
The picture, she looks like a little silhouette.
Yeah, it's real. You can't tell it. The dog has no details. It's just dark.
Yeah. My two dogs I currently have, they're senior dogs too. My little dog, she's still spunky, and my bigger dog, she's getting harder getting up and down and stuff like that. I want to get a puppy for her.
You know what? They usually say when they have a younger pup around them, they kind of get like a second wind, eh?
Yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind with her, and
That's a good idea. Or is they forgot how to act young, you know what I mean?
yeah, I got her her favorite toy when she was little was those lamb chop squeaky toys, the sheep with the lamb chop.
Yeah.
And I got her one a while back, last month, and I can squeak it. She looks at it, gets a little, and she might nibble at it for a second when I squeak it, but then she just ignores it. Like she just don't want to play.
Yeah, I think some young blood around her will do her some good.
Wouldn't it be a surprise too for my cousin? And
Yeah.
so my sister calls, like, start talking puppies, like, shh. We start calling it like chocolate pie.
I should have recorded some of what I did yesterday so I could just play it on here now.
Yeah. It does a ton. Hulk Smash does a ton of customizing when he's not on the stream.
I literally spent the whole freaking day, and now my sciatica is acting up on both sides.
Oh,
Sorry to hear that.
He's injured now, guys. He can't do customizing the night. But he sent me pictures of him working on that thing all day yesterday. He's like,
I put in hours. And little other things like in between so I can let paint dry. That's why normally what I would do is I would just go sit somewhere comfortable for a while between coats and stuff. But no, yesterday it was like all freaking day on an uncomfortable chair.
oh, tell me about it. I'm sitting on a wooden stool right now.
I don't know why you don't get a pilot chair for yourself.
This bar is a weird height.
Yeah. I miss my old chair. When we moved, I kind of left it in a cold room, and I just forgot about it while we were packing and stuff. It's an ugly, beat up chair, but you know what? It was one of the most comfortable things ever. And my old boss,
I used to have one like that. It's like just Douglas beat up chair. A friend of mine gave it to me because it's wore out already, and I still used it, and it's comfortable. But eventually, the cylinder just finally gave out on it, and it's like I'm sitting on the floor.
Yeah. No, this one here, it's not that it was beat up, or it was just like an old-fashioned desk chair, like for a computer. Wide, the whole thing was wide. The armrests were like really wide, and it was like my boss got like a really nice new one. Obviously, the company paid for it, and he's gonna put it upstairs where we had kept all the old stuff. And I said, "What are you gonna do with that chair?" He's like, "I don't know. You have to either throw it out or keep it upstairs." I'm like, "Well, I'll take it." He's like, "Okay." And I only had a little Honda, so he actually drove it to my house for me, dropped it off during the workday because they're allowed to leave the boss, right? Yeah, that thing lasted me years, and I never ended up bringing it back to when we moved, and I regret it, man. That thing was so comfortable.
I got this. Johnny Gilbert's asking about like a head for Hercules. These new Krypton Superman heads. I got this from, I think, Casting Cave a long time ago. I don't think he carries them anymore, but this thing fits this body great. Which this might have to end up being a Superman one day.
That's a good buck for him. He says, does anyone know? Yeah, and he says he's already got a maggot head.
I need to adjust my alarms. My alarms are letting me know the show is going to start at 9 o'clock. We've changed it to 8 o'clock. Getting old, I need to do these a little earlier so I can get to bed.
I feel that.
Yeah, that blue I was using yesterday, nice color, but it went on nicely on top of the gray because I painted the Hulk gray first as a primer, and I painted the blue over the gray, and then I did did the black wash on it, and when I went over it again with the blue to dry brush, it was not. I don't know. It wasn't picking up well. Like, you know, when you dry brush, you know how you could see the buildup. It wasn't building up as well as I liked it. Just a straight blue. So I had to add a little bit of white, a couple drops of white onto it, and that started picking up. But it wasn't that deep blue that I wanted. So after that dry brush dried, I went over it with just the blue. Obviously, it's darker, but I went over it again, and then it picked up. I don't know why it wasn't picking up by itself at first.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Should do the waist extension mod.
You know what I did? I just put an O-ring on as soon as you pop off the torso, I just put the O-ring on top there, and it left me a nice little bit of space there. And
by factory, those KOs, the tolerance is too tight. They're going to scratch. You got to raise it up like that.
So yeah, I took the whole thing apart at first. I was looking to see what I could do. I said, okay, well, let me just try. I'm gonna try putting the because for some reason it looked like it was a little bit higher than the other ones that I used. So I thought that maybe the one O-ring would work all right, and it did. It actually lifted, and I added an O-ring to the head because I feel like the KO heads sit a little too low. I don't know if that's just the KOs, because I don't see people complaining about the factory.
The factory figure, the heads sit too low.
Do they? They do as well, right?
That's what the thing I don't like about the 80th anniversary Hulk. The neck is too short.
You know why they do that, right? Because they want to make it look like the traps are big.
Yeah, well then just make the traps bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, let the head sit normally.
They don't seem to have a problem making giant traps, so that when you got Warpath and Hyperion.
Yeah, no. Because you know how it looks like the Hulk's got no neck in a lot of pictures. I think that's what they're going for, but you lose your.
I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink.
Okay. Like this. These are giant traps, which I don't have to worry about filling the holes or anything up. The jacket covers that up.
Yeah. Actually, the traps make the jacket look better for some reason.
Yeah, the way it's sculpted for Hyperion style torso.
Yeah, you got big traps too, right?
Yeah.
Johnny says he's going to use a maggot head to put on the Rider's Punisher helmet on it.
Oh, nice.
That Viking style helmet, that's cool.
Well, that Punisher head is huge too. If you want to use just one of the Punisher heads, that head actually looks good on the Hercules body.
When are you picking up the pup?
My sister will get it. It's close to where she lives at, so she'll pick it up and bring it to me. It'll be like 2 weeks.
Sweet. Let's see how the other dogs act around it.
Roxy will love it. Casey will be probably pout and cry for a little bit, which I'll hate.
Video with the dog's pouting in the front seat of the guy's truck, and in the back he's got a baby, one of those little Highland cows.
Yeah.
The dog thinks he's being replaced, so he's all scared. He's all like, that video breaks my heart, though.
I expect to be going through something similar to that when I'm bringing the little one.
try to make it look like it's a surprise for them. You know,
Yeah.
then they'll probably get a little excited, so they won't worry too much. When people call them dumb animals, no. no.
They're very sensitive.
They're intelligent. People don't realize it.
Wasn't happy if that first cut. I'll try it again. Want to use the mega head? Okay.
It's a little
leave a tiny gap on it around it.
Getting a little more use out of that head. Yeah?
Thank you.
Do what?
Getting a little more use out of the head.
Oh yeah, it's working a little better. Still can't grasp things very tightly.
Well, that's exercises you got to do though, eh?
Do what?
You got to use some of those exercises to get the grip better.
Yeah.
Remember the one I was telling you about? Put your head in
They prescribed me some physical therapy, so I'll start be doing that. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I guarantee you they're gonna do that one thing I was telling you about. Maybe like a big bowl of rice, and they put objects inside and they tell you to grab them, just to see if you can feel like just smaller objects, but obviously bigger than the rice. That way, there you get that feeling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Another exercise too was like a sink full of water, and they just tell you to just open and close your hand in the water.
I can use the one I didn't cut good as a test. Yeah, I can use it. Make sure I got enough gold on. I think I do.
Johnny Ray says my Kit Bash Elena Belova figure is finished, at least for now.
Nice.
I wonder if I can make a functional track to like slide something in.
Why not?
I just had to figure out how I want to do it.
What's funny when people think think Solar Men of the Atom, they think Valiant, and they're probably like, oh, they just use Cyclops as a look. Actually, Solar actually predates Cyclops in creation. He's an older character than Cyclops.
Cyclops was around in the 60s, right?
Yep. Solar was a Gold Key Comics character.
How far does that date back? Before, probably the 50s or even earlier?
It's, I think, like a year or two before Cyclops.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what SDA says. Yep, Solar was first from Gold Key Comics. Reminds me of The Simpsons. Bart Simpson's favorite character.
Yeah, Radioactive Man.
Yeah.
And this way predates that.
Oh yeah.
Been sitting on my bench so long, make sure nothing's got any paint not supposed to be on here off here.
Wasn't Senshi the very first superhero ever invented? According to Marvel.
I hate when they did that tried to do that stupid retcon and like he's been around forever. Like, come, that's a horrible gimmick. Gremlin dust on everything. Like, don't work off the screen, do stuff on screen. That's the whole point of customizing live stream. Start whittling the plastic away.
HD says Marvel missed an opportunity not using the Atlas characters.
Hmm. Well, Marvel owns a bunch of characters they don't use. They're having to change up bits all the time for the different size shafts on these. I just wrap some tape around them. Just so they can just use one chuck.
That's a point.
I was out grilling in the yard earlier, and man, those mosquitoes really like the taste of me.
They were barbecue. You were their barbecue.
Yeah, well, I was also their doom because I smacked a lot of them.
Good meal.
I was their last meal.
Sometimes a good meal is a risky endeavor.
To die for.
Yeah.
Well, they sure thought so until they didn't.
They didn't think much of anything after that.
Nope. Not at all. They probably didn't think a whole lot before that, since their brains are like
They work on instinct.
super tiny.
Johnny Reese says he just put up a pic of his Elena on the Discord.
Very nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that head that came with
It's using the same body here. The White Widow.
Emma Frost head, yeah. She's
Yep.
a lot. That's perfect head for an older style Elena. That's the one I used on mine too. I gotta update the body because I don't like the thin arms and legs I have. I'm gonna use Shriek arms and legs on mine.
Oh, that's good.
Justin Booth, I just watched episodes 1 to 6 of Batman Cape Crusaders. It's so effing boring. It's supposed to be about Batman, not Barbara Gordon, Jim Gordon, and Detective Montoya. It's so bad I can't even finish it. Wow.
That's what Geek Fusion was saying.
Yeah.
It's super boring. Sector 2813 in the house.
So it's about everybody but Batman, huh?
Yep. Now Harley Quinn is a overweight Asian girl.
Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Overweight gay Asian girl. Her and Montoya's hooks up or something other.
Well, Montoya is always kind of.
Oh, Montoya's always been gay but
Yeah. And I can see the Harley, even regular
the
Harley.
penguin is now Oswalda, a girl, a woman, however. Oswalda Cobblepot.
Why they gotta mess with characters? Remember that picture you showed me of what they were gonna do with Black Cat on the Spider-Man series? I don't know if they actually did that or not, but
I don't remember.
I don't even I don't pay mind to the show. I don't know if they actually.
I've given up on a lot of modern stuff.
They're not getting any of my viewership or money. But that's just, I don't give my viewership or money to anybody anyway because I don't have any. But if I had some, they wouldn't get it.
If I had something to give, I'd give it to somebody else.
What's that?
I'd give it to somebody else. If I had something to give.
No, I'd probably save it actually.
Mine's going to be going to a new dog.
There you go.
Pets are expensive.
They certainly can be. Unless they're pet rocks, then they're real cheap.
Depends what kind of rock it is, though.
Well, kind of pet rock I would have would be real cheap because I'd have to go find it in the road someplace. Because that's the kind of rock I can afford. Free.
Justin Booth says watching Johnny Knoxville getting kicked in the balls is more entertaining than Batman Cape Crusader.
I mean, yeah.
SDA says flea meds is expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know what else is expensive? Girlfriends who don't live in Canada. That are absolutely real.
I would assume that they would be very expensive if they lived in Canada if you had to go see them. If they're real.
Or if you got a mail.
Or if you got to mail them anything, yeah. Because shipping to Canada is ridiculous.
I know. I got stuff I got to ship to Hulk Smash.
I get to step in. Well, my buddy Alfonso there just sent me a package yesterday. Probably, I think there's 2 figures in it and a couple of pieces of fodder. And I told him ship loose, $24 American.
Oh, you got a freaking Joe Fixit, and I got to ship to you.
Look, I guess it's lucky you didn't find the owl beers for me. Those would have been, you would have been spending like $200 to ship those things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kind of slow week after SDC, like, but nothing really outstanding popped up for other than getting some of the orders popping up, pre-orders for the reveals. We can't hear you. Your mic went again.
How about now?
Yep.
Yep.
I said between SDCC and the Deadpool Wolverine movie, like that's all that's been talked about these past couple of weeks, right?
And of course the big thing with Robert Downey Jr. coming back.
Yeah.
Like it, people, Freeman posted like, well, Robert Downey Jr. had like a one condition, like for coming back. And my friend posted money.
Yeah, they must have paid him a nice chunk of money to come back.
Well, you know, that's why people work.
Yeah.
So if they're paying him enough where he says, all right, I'm good with that.
Like Spaceballs. We're not doing this just for money. We're doing this for a ton of money.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, they're over it. They don't really care much for him returning as Doom, but why not? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure regardless of what character he plays, he's gonna do a bang up job.
I think that it's not a matter of them not interested in that. It's a matter of them not interested in paying money to see something that had potential and had great stories that then has been, turned into something different than what they were, hoping for.
Yeah. The thing is, like, they've just shown, like, with this, they're planning on rebooting the universe with Secret Wars. Why do we care about what's going to happen on any of these movies coming out then? Why should we care? It's going to be, this is all temporary. It's going to be reset, redone. Claw, the claw. I brush more red over top of this. I'm painting the hinge with Mr. Color. It's a little more durable paint. That way it'll, you know, I've got sanded, but it's still, this stuff bonds to plastic better. The lacquer. And some people have allergies to it. As Casting Cave, it does.
All that Mr. Hobby paint lacquer?
Not all of it. The Aqueous, the stuff I was using earlier, that's water based. You got some lacquer, some water based. The Aqueous, those are their water based, and their Mr. Colors are the lacquers.
Getting up tomorrow is gonna suck.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Time to start making my monies again.
Alrighty.
I should have just recognized in myself the fact that I just don't need to be around people that much. I'm pretty introverted.
Terrible job.
If you couldn't tell.
For that. Terrible
Being
job.
Introverted? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, my job. I should have just recognized that in myself when they offered me a remote position after the vid.
Yeah.
Should have been like, yeah, but I was like, no, I like people.
Were you like temporary insane?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. I mean, who says it was temporary? Might be permanently insane.
SDA says got to take the dogs to the dog park. We'll watch the rest later. Take care, man.
Have fun. Don't let them eat dead possums.
It may not be dead.
Don't let them eat live possums. They got the fleas.
Casey killed one last week or week before. She will kill.
Name withheld is in the house. Hey, everyone.
Hello, hello. It looks good. I'm going to have sand the back of these legs. Looking over what I got to prep on this thing.
You're gonna make a different kind of weapon. So it's like kind of like liquid metal, you said, right?
Yeah.
So he can transform himself into any weapon.
He's got limited shape shifting abilities. Like he can't go like in a puddle like the T1000 type thing, but
right. Because, yeah, he can make objects out of his own arms and legs.
Yeah. A blaster, for the other hand, might be cool.
A blaster, even a blunt force object.
He can actually shoot great like expel like energy. So a blaster would be cool.
I wonder if I put something like that in there and then put one of those rubber washers around it. That would hold that.
Sure. Sounds feasible.
Sector 2813 says Evil Dead is going animated and Bruce Campbell is voicing Ash.
Cool.
He was doing an interview on it. They're shopping it around. They don't have anything started yet, but they're shopping it. I'll be down for that.
Is asking, what are y'all working on?
I am working on Solar Man the Atom, the Demon, my gold guy, the boots on this one, the sword arm for the gold one. What else am I working on? Oh, and Rage. Yeah, that's what I got.
I'm working on maybe like a figure stand for like a Iron Man.
And after yesterday, I'm working on my R&R.
That moves really good after feels solid. After the only thing weak, like I said, weak point right now is down to fingertip epoxy. Fruit fly.
Name with us says so. Just some little work, eh?
Yeah.
You just named about 30 customs.
Don't know what feed I'm going to use on this yet.
You can give us, if you wanted them to be, what's the word I'm looking for? A yuppie. You can give them a set of Hercules sandals.
Yeah. Jet boosters and sandals.
Space yuppie. Futuristic space yuppie.
You got to get the other Hercules with a man boat on it.
Yeah, use that head.
And grab one of those, one of the bags that came with either Hobgoblin or thing for a man purse.
So, got more of these printed out, different sizes. That one's smaller.
I sent you a new one.
I know. I've already printed a ton of these too. So I don't know if I want to go.
If you had just told me in the first place the way you needed adjusted, I would have done it.
Well, I still was having to fit to get the right size. I know I got the scaling right now, but or that one's probably broke now. But
It was the right side.
What kind of resin are you using?
Stuff, elegance, gray stuff.
Is
Right.
it?
I cannot think right now. I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Brains floating.
Me too.
I understand that.
Give me a sec.
If your brain's floating, you can't think. Probably. My thought is that I'll cut this out of this box here, put one of those rubber washers here, so that when you put it on there, it should be enough tension so that you can rotate it, but it'll still hold its position with some weight on it. That's my thought. We'll see how it works out. Hey.
Okay.
Better?
Resin I'm using. I'm using Delagoose 8K Space Gray standard photopolymer resin.
It's the standard resin. It make it real brittle.
Yes. It is brittle.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to have the this
You
size.
don't know what?
I don't know if I want to have them like this size or really tight, like that, towards continue down the silhouette. They both look good, just different ways. You could.
It just depends on what kind of look you're going for.
Well, that's just it. It's like
Having your armor makes you think that he needs it and that he's going into some,
wait, he just uses it for flight. You don't really need the armor.
hefty battle. Also, with it being a jet boot, it might need to be heftier, to store whatever it is that it uses for fuel.
Unless it uses like a advanced like MacGuffin material.
Magic.
It is tech.
Magtech.
Pick up the side a little bit.
Johnny Ray says just posted a work in progress of what I was talking about with that head. Comments and suggestions are welcome.
Well, that grinning teeth, that actually looks good with that helmet.
Oh, that does look cool.
Oh, you're using the Spiro Toys armor too? Yeah, I got one little sit-ups like that. Here. I like that. That's a cool idea, using that maggot head and that helmet.
That looks cool.
It looks wicked.
Yeah, the head is a good choice.
It looks like he's getting ready to enjoy his battle.
Yeah.
I wonder what I did with my maggot head.
Oh, Johnny says you were the inspiration for it.
Oh. That armor fits that figure so well. We talked to Spiro, we found out that the guy who modeled that armor actually designed that Hercules.
Really?
Yep.
Might explain why it fits it so well.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny says he's thinking that's what he had in mind for it.
Oh, that looks better. Just shaved off that little bit, made it fit better.
At the smaller one or the bigger one?
Smaller one.
You're leaning towards the smaller one?
Yeah, I think so. It's more sleek.
Well, that's what you're going for, right?
Yeah.
I like the idea of the bigger ones too, but it all depends. If it's, if it's a, just say, I know the armor is basically, they use the tech to fly and whatnot, but I mean, like, if you ever had needed like a bigger type of armor or whatever, those bigger boots would have looked cool.
I goofed and cracked it.
You want a recommendation of a different resin to use for things like that?
Yeah.
Let me pull up my Amazon order history, because I don't want to tell you wrong off the top of my head. I want to tell you right the first time.
Sure you do.
I do. I want to tell you right the first time. It's a bit more expensive, but you're not going to be using a whole lot of it at a time, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, the upgraded belt design, belt buckle design too. I figure that'd be like a part of the flight system, like an anti-grav.
Yeah, the Resi 1 F69 flexible resin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like rubber,
Got you.
so it's more like what the overlays on like the G.I. Joe figures and the Marvel Legend figures. It's gonna be like anyway. And I've used it. I like it, but it's more expensive. So you're getting like 500 grams for $37.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not, printing little small thin stuff like that. You're not going to use very much of it at a time. So, but I think that it'll be worth the reduction in headaches.
Oh, plus too, like if I need cast fitting and stuff like that, I print it like a bunch of these. They look like the cheap
Print
resin.
it in the cheap resin, yeah, and then print the one that you want out of the good stuff. Especially since you got more than one resin vat.
Yep, I need to change my FIP. Another one. And hopefully I don't destroy it this time.
Such a pain in the butt. I need to change my FIP too. I've been avoiding that task because it's such a pain in the butt.
Well, the freaking FIP, you got to go to the page. You can search for an installations video because it don't tell you how to install it when you buy it.
Oh no. And they're like almost 60 screws.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
When you first told me, I was like, well, there's not that many screws on the back. When you take that one off, there's the other screws.
Surprise! A lot of screws.
That goes on like that.
I'm sure that somebody actually knows how to do Blender will watch me do this and like just cringe. Just look at it and be like, that guy must have taught himself. Because he's doing it weird. Well, as a matter of fact, I did. I'm happy to learn a better way if you want to show me.
I realized what I did when I broke it. I had pulled this down and had right there, and I yanked it off, and
Left the.
it came off. I cracked it at the same time.
That'll do it.
Put my glasses back on. This one back in.
Getting to the point where I need glasses to see things close up now.
I just Customizing, I get into that. I just gave in to I need glasses a long time ago. Just no point being prideful, as you're going to end up with mess if you try to do stuff you can't see.
Yeah. I went from hardly being able to see at all, like I couldn't even see well enough to find my glasses, right? And then I went and got LASIK, and I had perfect vision for almost 20 years.
Nice.
Over 16 years. I don't remember exactly how long, but a nice good long time. And then within the last 2 years, I noticed that I was having a little bit of a struggle seeing things that were small and close up.
Mm-hmm. On.
I had to take apart the filament printer and I've still not got that thing back together again. I don't know what went wrong. Something's wrong with the stepper motor. That's the like the one that feeds the filament.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to take it apart further, and I don't want to do that. Something is inside the filament feed area that is preventing it from feeding through to the gear.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I gotta strip the whole thing down.
Pliers. Good looking pros.
Have you got your new the Mattel Ghost Rider bike yet?
The Mattel Ghost Rider bike.
Yeah, the one. The,
I mean, the Hasbro?
no, Hasbro. Yeah, Hasbro.
Yes.
You did get it.
I did get it, yes.
I ordered mine a while back. I decided I was going to get it just so that I could.
I like yours better.
Just so that I could, you know, put it on the shelf. Really, what I need to do is print myself out my own Ghost Rider bike. Because I haven't done that. Because it takes forever.
Yours is a better bike.
Maybe if I get theirs on the shelf and I like look at it, it disgusts me, then I'll get motivated to print one out for myself.
It's a damn shame they made him so damn small. He is a tiny figure. He's true 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
And Marvel Legends is not a 1/12 scale line, for those wondering.
For the most part, it's not.
Yeah. Marvel Legends is a 1/11 scale.
But every once in a while, they'll throw a 1/12 scale figure in there.
Yep.
Just to piss people off.
And usually it's somebody you really, really want.
Yeah.
But didn't catch.
You should be a little bit bigger than Blaze, but Blaze towers them.
Yep. And we'll go ahead and just round it off. New file. I don't know where a big file is, but I don't know where little ones are. They're here, just buried somewhere.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. for the that looks good. Checking out, make sure I got enough clearance. Getting ready to, once I know that's right, I'm just going to go ahead and just fill this bottom cap with epoxy when it's done right. The thing about this being the cheap standard resin, it's very easy to sand.
Oh yeah, super easy.
Detail's nice though.
Oh yeah. Well, the detail's nice on the F69 also. It's just also flexible and not brittle. I don't know how it sands. I'll be honest.
There's the ace of them back. No possums eating. LOL.
Oh, good. Sands like rubber sands. I mean, so it's about like, I mean, it's very much like the plastic that you the feel of it is very much like the plastic of the action figures.
What do you guys think about them moving away from the HasLab model with the one for Marvel Legends?
I think that's fine. It's not like they need it.
Yeah, I never understood what them doing it in the first place.
Yeah, just do pre-orders. You know you're going to get enough. The line is popular enough.
But the whole model made them look bad too when stuff didn't look fun. Didn't fun.
Yeah.
They put a ton of time and R&D and development into these things, then they don't fun.
Yeah, I was done. I was ready to go out the door. People would have bought it.
Nemo Fields asked anybody watch the new Pixel Dan video on the new Mondo He-Man on the 112 stuff. I saw you had a video up. I didn't watch it yet.
I had it queued up. I was going to watch it, and then I just didn't have time.
Anyone thoughts that they should have never started HasLab?
It made no sense for a multi-billion-dollar company to need the crowd fund. Especially, like Giant Man could have been on the shelf.
Yep.
There is no reason a $200 figure like that needs to be crowdfunded. They do $200 Transformers all the time, the Titan class. They do 1 or 2 a year of Titan class figures, and they sell at retail. You don't see them in big box stores very often, but you can order them off the box store websites. If those sell, a $200 Giant Man to sell.
Yeah, Name of Thought says Fixit might be around $60 to $75.
For the He-Man figures, $60 to $75 range. It's still pricey for 1/12 scale, but it's still
It's Mondo,
yeah.
and they're gonna be good.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to be quality pieces. At least they're not $200 like the damn Ghostbusters figures. Those real Ghostbusters figures, those 2-packs are $200 a 2-pack.
Yes.
To get all the Ghostbusters, you're going to spend like $800.
That's hard on the pocketbook right there.
Because it's one Ghostbuster, one villain in each 2-pack. So you're going to have, if you just want the Ghostbusters, you're forced to buy the villains. And they're not really that nice. They're just they don't have much articulation. They look like the cartoon figures. Yeah, characters, but they're not really that much. Are they licensed? Name Held said they're licensing them from Hasbro. Wouldn't they license them from the actual movie company? I don't think they could license from Hasbro because Hasbro don't own Ghostbusters.
Well, it depends. It depends on whether the license for the animated stuff is different than the movie stuff.
Yeah.
SDS says I need to get blue Omega Supreme.
Yeah, the Sentinel, the Guardian robots. I mean, yeah, that was nice. I think that looks good, but now we'll set that to the side for now. And
Johnny Reeves needs an opinion. The helmet on that figure that he showed. Do you think he should paint it to match the armor, or just leave it as is?
I would leave it as is. The silver helmet still works, even though the armor's got gold accents. But silver and gold looks good together.
Yeah.
It's not unheard of to have a silver helmet and gold armor.
Name without says sounds like Mattel gave a better deal. SDA, I have the War Down 2-pack of Ariel and Dion.
War Dawn. Ariel and Dion. Yep, I got that 2-pack too. That's it. Ariel was Ryan Pax's girlfriend, and Dion is Optimus's, Ryan Pax's best friend before he became Optimus Prime. Now, I want to see if this one I cut down too, didn't like the cut on. I'll check see if I got the right size. Enough paint on here. I mean, it's too big, too small. So placement don't really matter on this one. It's just orientation, whatever. I just want to get the The first time I tried to make water slide decals, I didn't know you're supposed to clear coat them after you print them. I dropped it in the water and all the ink just went away.
It's like the raccoon with the cotton candy.
Yep. Exactly.
Johnny says, I would love to see Prime's origin in live action.
Oh, the original Origin Optimus Prime, yeah. Not the new Transformers 1 thing they're doing.
And SDA says, I hope they make a 2-pack of A1 Alpha Trion and Beta. Hey, we got Thorough in the house. He says, what's up, fam?
Family, 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 family.
I'm going to put some more gold.
Chrome with a clear red is also cherry for a candy effect.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, we got a second fan.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Yeah, that's what's worried about, not having enough gold paint. And I got it on side to side. It needs to be longer.
Johnny Ray says, I've given my dog cotton candy. He looks so disappointed when he grabs it.
I believe it.
Going back to what Thorough says about the chrome thing, pretty much any clear on top of chrome, like for example, people were using clear yellow on top of silver, and they're saying it creates a great gold color, because some of the golds from back in the day weren't really that great. I know the one you have now is really nice, but a lot of people weren't too happy with the gold colors that were out before.
That needs to go. What needs a radioactive symbol? Okay, so let this dry back off. I got marked where I need to put some more gold on. Width wise, I'm good, and the feet go down a little, make it a little more taller, and a little more gold down on the edges down here. Going back over with the originally dry brushed with the Evil Sun Scarlets from Citadel. Then I'm going back and put some dry brush with the Aquas Red, Gundam Red.
Name without the Solar Man of the Atom would be a good movie if done right.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Trusting them to actually do a decent movie is hard to do anymore, though. They want to check those boxes. Don't care if it kills the story. They want to make sure they check those boxes.
Zero's asking if you can enlarge the brushing. He wants to see the style you got going dry brushing. Let me give you a solo screen.
Yeah. Dry brushing, I just use these old wore out brushes I have. I just stab it on my paper and just get some laces off. And just back and forth, quick strokes. Not a lot of pressure. Just light pressure over top of it. Just
cover the higher areas. It's nice to watch.
that. Down here, the ankles, I think, get those. This is with holding the parts.
Yeah, Johnny Ray says I've always used paper towel. I do the same thing. Paper towel, napkin, whatever.
The windless box figures, that wax paper that come with that, makes good dry brushing paper. Actually, that's one good use of all that stuff.
Says how the non-packaged plastic, non-plastic package.
Yep, that's the one good use I found out of it. It is really good dry brushing paper. Some of it's better than others. This one came with the owlbear, and that stuff's thick. I love the fact that they're like, oh, we're going to make environmentally friendly packaging and use more tree paper products. It's like you're cutting down more trees on your environmentally friendly packaging. Like, that makes sense. Not. We produce less plastic for the boxes of these plastic figures, but we did cut down more trees, and this is a packaging that you don't want to save, so you're definitely going to throw it away. So they made more trash. Basically what they did. Because, like the G.I. Joe, especially the G.I. Joe Classified, I was keeping all those boxes before. Because they were great for storing your parts in. And I liked the way they did them. You had like a numbering system on them. And so I would keep the boxes. They went to the new boxes, I start throwing them in the trash. Which is better for the environment? Cutting down more trees and producing more trash? Or getting rid of the or with getting rid of the plastic, cut down more trees, producing more trash, or just leaving the window boxes alone? And absolutely what happened, what everybody said was going to happen, you had more people doing figure swapping.
Yeah.
Which then meant more people were bringing their stuff back to the store to get it exchanged, and then that has to go in as a loss, which then is even more plastic lost.
Yep. And which even caused the stores to it happened so much that the stores changed their policies of taking returns.
Which then loses consumer confidence, because if you can't be guaranteed that you're getting what you're paying for.
Yep. It was because everybody knew it was bad enough when people were like returning stuff with the windows. When you take away the windows, it's just going to get worse, because that's all pit somebody had today. A picture, they got the Doctor Strange 3 Scarlet Witch. They had rocks in the box. They opened it up, it literally had rocks in the box. Yeah, Thorough 37's like, yeah, fire starter for the pits. Yep. That's what it ended up being.
He's used those shells for casting. And yeah, Johnny says, just do what I do. Set them ablaze so they may rejoin the almighty sky gods.
That'll work too.
Yeah, bonfires, man.
Oh, I've burned quite a few of those boxes. Well, since they're just paper, I just burn them. I got a burning barrel. I burn them outside.
You start your barbecue. If you're using charcoal.
I got a 55-gallon drum that burn trash in, which I need to replace here soon, because it's not 55 gallons anymore. It's probably about 10 gallon now. It's rusting and collapsing. Fire breaks down the middle.
It says, would have liked for Warner Brother Animation to make a Warlord, but heard that Cape Crusader is bad and don't trust them now.
Oh, that show is terrible. From everybody I've heard, it's not just bad; it's boring.
What happened in the days where DC made the best animated shows and movies?
People got excited because Bruce Timm's involved. He's just a producer. He's not writing, and he's not actually making the show. It's just they put it in that style to trick you to watch it.
Oh, 037 says got a Kang, the Cassie head version, a while back ago. Horrid articulation. Any thoughts on how to use him for a custom? I thought about getting that. That's what he's fully blue, fully Kang, right? I'm pretty sure that's the one.
I've got him, but I haven't opened him up yet. He's at Ollie's right now.
Yeah, it was on sale at Amazon. It was not obviously not as cheap as Ollie's will have it, but I was thinking about it because the figure actually looks decent, like just standing there, but if it's got horrible articulation. I didn't know that.
I'd have to look at it and see. Mine's still in the box. I haven't opened them up yet. Actually, I don't even think I have it here yet. My buddy of mine found it and he picked it up. Someone, I already had part of the Cassie. I was like, well, $10 figure. I just build a figure. It seems wrong to paint the circle oblong, oval. Instead of being a perfect circle, it's got to be oval. But it sits down in between his pecs, so. Yeah, that's the thing.
Johnny says supervillain victim number 3.
No more King in the MCU.
I know, after that big intro.
I love that they got scrapped the Kang Dynasty Avengers movie. They're not doing it. Instead, I don't know why they just didn't recast the character. I don't think people would have cared. The people that actually want to go to the movies would care.
What? Like, I don't know what their deal with recasting.
Well, you got Robert Downey Jr. going to be a completely different character, so what's the point of not recasting him?
Yeah, no.
It's not like they didn't already set up. There's a multiverse. Anybody can play them.
Who knows?
Their new Kang figure, deluxe Kang figure with the hover chair, the comic book one, comes with 3 different faces for different versions of Kang.
Yeah,
so
they can do the same thing in the damn movie.
You can have a different Kang. It's okay.
If I decide to get that Kang, I'll wait for him at Ollie's. Yeah, he's there now. See, he just said it.
I think he's talking about the deluxe King.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, I don't need his hover chair. Mm. He had that horrible hip wobble. I took care of that. The T-bar for the ball joint was just very loose. A little bit of glue. Drifted into the socket. Now they tight, they don't wobble, they're stable. And start trimming back around the hip area. One thing, when you're going to do a full color change, you want to go through and clearance around the hip socket, the hips, because they're collision points. Anywhere you're going to see a collision point right now, I trimmed it a little bit more. He's got some more room there. But you can see it's actually touching on this side. So you can start shaving little by little back here. Gotta clearance everything. Paint's gotta go somewhere. That needs to be smoothed down. A little point on the front of the hip. It's yeah. I got it. Shaved out a little bit in through here. Yeah, you said the Deluxe King's one he was talking about. I'm not that big of a King fan, like as a villain wise. Like, I've got several Dr. Dooms, but I don't need a lot of Kings because I just don't. I've never gotten like the threat of King.
Well, you know what though? You think about
Just because you're from the future, it don't make you omnipotent.
Yeah, but the way they make it look is that he can go back and kill anybody that opposes him, which is true. That's boring though. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of a threat would anyone be to him if he could just easily do that?
Yeah, and the other question would be is, why hasn't he defeated everybody yet?
Yeah.
According to him in the movie, he was saying that he's defeated so many Avengers in so many different timelines, and when he saw Ant-Man, he's like, have I killed you yet before? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. He has the means to go back anywhere he wants to, in any multiverse he wants to, so nobody's a threat to him.
I repeat my question. If he's really a threat, to everybody, why hasn't he won yet if he's got all this ability to go back and forth in time?
Oh yeah, I agree with you there. Like, no, I think he's more talk than he is. And just because you're from the future doesn't mean your tech's going to be more advanced than everybody's. It's different planets have different rates of technological growth.
It just means he really sucks at being a bad guy.
Yep.
If he were any good at it, he would have defeated everybody already.
Before, it's touching back here. You got collision happens here. Now it's the gap. It goes in farther. I'm not clear. It's touching right there, and it's not touching now.
Johnny Race's Apocalypse ran him out of Egypt, and that was before his celestial upgrade.
Yep. And that looks like it's going to be the next season of X-Men 97.
Yeah.
These are the Venomized Captain America knees. I guess that they fit just fine on these parts. I did notch the backs to allow for more movement. So I can bend the knees farther. Without notching that, you can only get that far a knee bend. These are the same. Captain Britain uses the same type of boot as Rage, which I got Rage over here too. Without notching that, you don't get very much knee bend. That's it. You can go. You got the upper joint. We'll go back to here with that. By notching it, I got to go up to there.
Johnny Race says he's actually excited about that, about the Apocalypse. They need to put some respect on Big Man's name in season 2.
Yeah, because that movie, that live action movie sucked.
Yeah.
I don't know why they made him so tiny. It's like why they just make him a CG character.
Yeah, I like the actor who played him, but I mean, he wasn't right for Apocalypse. So.
No. He would have made a better Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, that. I didn't think about that, but. Well, I mean, like they totally erased Mr. Sinister from existence in this movie because you can't really have an apocalypse, a modern apocalypse, without having Mr. Sinister around.
Well, the Fox movies have always sucked.
Yeah.
They're just different levels of entertaining. They get the best. Well, I'm not saying always suck. If you're watching it for an X-Men movie, they sucked, but they did make a few entertaining ones.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past, that was a good one. That's probably the best one they did. Yeah, I have to say Days of Future Past is probably the best one.
one cool thing about the live action was his voice. That almost robotic, like two voices at once. Yeah, when he get upset and stuff. Yeah, that was pretty cool. They can do that with anybody though. The other annoying thing about that era of X-Men movie Fox was doing was the whole Quicksilver thing. Like, what was the big deal of telling Magneto that he was his son? You know what I mean?
We finally did it. They finally realized he was his son in the Apoxie movie, though.
In the Apocalypse movie?
Yeah.
Well, Magneto didn't know it. Like he was holding back from telling Magneto a couple times in the movie. Johnny says the animated series really set the bar for a lot of X-related stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true about Quicksilver. Everybody knows about Quicksilver being his son except for Magneto. Yeah, he even asked him too when he was asking Mystique why she's there, and she said she's there for him, and then he looks at Quicksilver. What about you? What are you here for? Why don't you just tell him you're my papa? You are the father.
Okay. That's much better. Yeah, I got a little spot there. Get over here too. Need a little more clearance through here when I can do the high kick. It's rubbing right there. We're past the 2-hour mark.
Sure enough. But that's not a bad start.
Mm-hmm. Bad start for Stark.
Not a bad start. So,
Well, bad start for Stark.
yeah, not a bad start for Stark. So, figure with some rubber washers in here, that should hold it snug enough so that once it's printed, that should put enough tension on there to hold those in place. And then we've got a swivel on each of these so that it'll be able to be all articulated all over the place. And then I'll put a, I don't know, little clampy hand or something down here on this part.
Mm-hmm. Cuckoo. I think that'll be it for the night. We are past the 2-hour mark, everybody. And thank you for coming out and hanging out with us tonight, of course. Thank you, Hulk Smash. Thank you, Mr. Custom Cannon. And I can't thank you enough, Cannon, for everything you've done for me.
No problem. It's just I enjoy it. I don't get a whole lot of I don't get a whole lot of my own customizing stuff done, but I'm glad to contribute.
Your demons come along pretty good too here too. You got the legs pretty well all coated up, and well, I won't say that completely because I need to flex them after this set's really good overnight. I need to flex it forward and do the make sure the back's covered. Same with the ankle.
Looking real good.
Yeah,
thank you very much. It's looking great.
Glad I could do it for you. Alrighty, everyone. Well, we're trying to cut them down to 2 hours. The 4-hour streams are a little much.
Hey, my eyeballs get dried out. I forget to blink.
But anyway, thank you again, and remember we'll be no Thursday show this week since we had one last week, but I just said that's the week before. No, did anyway, but we wanted to go ahead and do that since Mr. Cannon had to go back to work, so I figured get one more in.
Yeah,
it's a little easier for him. And we'll catch y'all next time.
All right, take care. Cheers.
Have a good one.